we're a little past Christmas, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I have a gift for you.
Okay.
It's this deck. This deck does your favorite thing that you want to do.
Cheat out big stuff.
Progenitus time. We're going to do it. Let's go.
We're going to play Progenitus?
We're going to play Progenitus. Let's go. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Jankyard. I'm Isaac.
I'm Logan.
And we're broadcasting to you live here from southern Miami, Florida. It's not. It's like gray and dark outside. It's raining. It sucks. It's cold. It's like 40 degrees.
Miami is not this depressing.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, we are playing Progenitus. Straight off into the deck, all 4 copies. We're not even like going for 3.
All four?
Copies. We're doing it. Now, that was the teaser into the deck. I wanna back it up a little bit and go back to our earlier turns, right? Progenitus is gonna be, far off in the future.
So hold on. You gotta give me a basis of this.
Right.
Are we playing Progenitus?
We are playing Progenitus.
Are we casting Progenitus?
We are casting Progenitus for all 10 mana.
We are ramping into Progenitus.
I don't know if you saw how they released Foundations, but they did something really, really weird with the release of Foundations. They released a main set, and they said, hey, here's these 300 plus cards right out to you. But then they also had their like starter packs, their little, booster things. Not the actual booster packs, but like something separate. They're like, hey, here's these extra 300 cards that you didn't know were a part of Foundations, but are also now standard legal. They're now here. Welcome. In conjunction with Progenitus, we are playing one other card to complete this 2-card combo, and that is Ramos Dragon Engine.
We're playing Ramos?
We're playing Ramos Dragon Engine.
So we are playing Ramos to give us the mana to cast Progenitus. I mean, we only need 5 counters on him.
That's not hard to do.
Innkeeper's Talent?
No.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't put Innkeeper's Talent in here.
I think you should put in Innkeeper's Talent before even seeing the rest of the deck list,
Okay.
but we'll see.
We'll get there. I want to start with turn 0. Leyline of the Guild Pact is a fantastic card. If we have it in our opening hand, we are not playing with it on the battlefield. We are holding it. We are waiting.
Why?
Because it is 4 green mana for all 5 colors. Immediate Ramos trigger.
How many copies are we playing?
All 4.
I would just play it at the turn 0.
Okay.
Ramos is turn 6. Well, I mean, you're
We'll
probably
see.
playing Llanowar Elves, another ramp.
We are. We're playing 4 copies of Llanowar Elves. Now we'll go back down to the small drops. This deck is all over the place. Now we're going back down to the small stuff. We're using 4 copies of Llanowar Elves. Turn 1 Dork, get you down as soon as you can. We are running a little bit of Graveyard Hate in 3 copies of Armored Scrap Gorger. 2 mana 0/3. Whenever it taps, you can exile a card from a graveyard. You can tap it for any color. We're running 4 copies of Tender Wild Guide.
Okay.
Good early game, good late game. Let's tap for any color. We are also going to be running 3 copies of Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia. And then here's where the part where I kind of had to figure out a good balance here. We're going to be playing 4 copies of Outcaster Trailblazer. Get a little bit of card draw in there. Get some more mana ramp in there. And we're only doing 3 copies of Overlord of the Hauntwoods. The reason for that balance, I wanted to do 4 Hauntwoods, 3 Outcast. I want more card draw. I want just a little bit more card draw. So that's why we have the 4 Trailblazers. That's the ramp package. It's a lot of cards. Now, in addition to the Progenitus big guy, which we want to cast, there is another big guy that we do want to cast. 3 copies of Atraxa. Solid card, gets you a lot of things. There's a lot of Transmogrify for it in Pioneer right now. It's just a solid card to cast. In addition to all those cards, we have 22 lands. Currently in the deck, I just put Forest, but you could honestly do a bunch of dual lands that have green in them, so you can cast your green stuff. There's a lot of good options out there right now for dual lands.
I bet you could also do the Surveil lands that you can spend a mana to mana filter. Assuming how much ramp you're getting, you can probably filter out to get the color you're missing.
We have 2 more cards. Now, I couldn't just leave it at 1 funny card. I had to do 2.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So these are both one-ofs?
These are both one-ofs. 1 copy of Muldrotha the Gravetide. Castings from the graveyard. If they target a Ramos, we just play it again. And then the other one we have is Invasion of Chandlar.
It has 4 counters on it, and when it enters the battlefield, you return up to 3 permanents from your graveyard to your hand. It flips into Leyline Surge. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a permanent from your hand onto the battlefield. Which, if I'm reading this correctly, I can put Progenitus onto the battlefield.
Yes, you can. Now, the one thing you would feed into Ramos is the Leyline of the Guild Pact. Apart from that, you're probably just going to be casting your green creatures. There aren't a lot of two-colored mana dorks in Standard right now. It kind of sucks, but if you had two different colored mana dorks, you would be playing those to get more counters onto Ramos.
I still think this deck might benefit Innkeeper's Talent. Mostly because we're in green, so Ramos is getting the counters slower than usual, and Innkeeper's Talent can at least speed that up.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing we could do if we wanted to be really stupid, like really dumb, is play Doubling Season and then try and figure out other uses for the mana for Ramos. This is also not a bad idea to run Domain Package.
Yes.
Because you can just get 5 colored mana really quickly and yet not really have to be in 5 colors or 4 colors. I actually think you could do like a mono green counters matters build here with Ramos. Like, this is making me churn on my arena deck right now. This would be funny. Progenitus could go in there, but this could also just be something humongous.
Exactly.
Aren't there elves that also benefit counters? We could do an elf ramp and then have some counters set up like that with Innkeeper's Talent, and Doubling Season can give you the double on the elves that you're producing, and then Elvish Archdruid could buff those guys and get you more mana for your Ramos package.
At the end of the day, I do not want anybody watching this video to go home and make this deck 1-for-1. This deck sucks. But I want everybody to do exactly what Logan did and think of the possibilities that you have here. You could either go, hey, I'm going to go with Progenitus. I'm going to go with counters. I'm going to go with mana. Whatever you choose is going to work best for you. So go home, have fun, craft what you want. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Like I said, do not make this deck 1-for-1. You should highly consider making something else. But I do hope that this video at least got you thinking a little bit more. At the bare minimum, what I want you to do is I want you to open up the Foundation set on like Gatherer on Arena and just scroll through all the cards. I guarantee there is at least 5 rares and 12 mythics that you do not recognize because, hey, they were released in the other set. So go ahead and take a look at the card index, just see what there is, think of the possibilities, and get back to us. We'd love to hear what you make. Check us out on YouTube Shorts, Instagram, and TikTok. Drop a like, drop a comment, let us know what else you want to see in the future. Please let us know. We would love to know what you want to see, because what we make is what you guys are going to be seeing. I don't know if that made sense. I think it did.
What?
I think we're good. Bye.